You think that 16-year drought can finally be broken over here?
We haven't won one. We played in it last year, so that was a great success, I guess, to play last year. It was tough playing on a very flat Marnica wicket, but we've played well all year. It'd be an incredible effort to win all 3 tournaments in 1 year. So with the Matador Cup, the BBL, and then the Shield final, it'd be a great testament to all our players. We've got fantastic people here at the WAC, from the President Dennis Lilly, Chairman Sam Gannon, Christina Matthews, Ben Oliver's outstanding. We've got a fantastic leader on the field in Adam Voges. We've got some really good senior players. We've got great people here. And ultimately that's what it's about. You can have great cultures about the way people behave, and usually great people behave well on and off the field. So from that point of view, things are going well.
You seem that when you've come on board, you've got a lot out of the guys, the older guys in the squad, like your Voges and your Maxi Clingers. How important are these older and senior guys to the squad?
Well, they're everything. They're the foundation. Everyone talks about. Well, interestingly, a lot of people talk about how many young players we've brought through, but you can't do that unless you've got great senior players. Adam Voges, Michael Klinger, still pinching myself. Michael Klinger's playing for us. Sean Marsh has stepped up over the last few years. Michael Hogan, brilliant. Nathan Remington, brilliant. Senior guys. So what happens then is the young guys can go through the inconsistencies of their journey of as a young player, and you can still get results. If you've got all young kids, your results will be inconsistent all the time. If you've got great senior players, then it makes things a lot easier. And in those guys I've talked about and a few others, we've been very lucky.
From an outsider's perspective, 2 areas seem highly valued for you. That's hard work and the mental side of the game. Have these been the key drivers to the success over here since taking the job on board?
Yeah, most definitely, particularly with there's a couple of things. One is our fitness. So our fitness, it's a non-negotiable here, because it's one thing you can control. And I'll challenge anyone who says you get worse if you're fit. I've heard a lot of old players, it's a load of rubbish, but I'll challenge anyone in the world that says you can get worse by getting fit. And what happens when you train hard and you get fit, it's really hard mentally, because no one likes to get out of bed early in the morning, and no one likes to do the run the hundreds or run the 10Ks or get in the gym every day, and no one likes doing it necessarily, because it's really hard. So if you learn to do it, when you get out in the middle, it tends to be a bit easier. And besides a few outliers, most of the great players I've seen are fantastic athletes. Like, they're great, they could play most sports, they're great athletes, they're naturally fit and strong, and they work hard on that. So as I said, it's a non-negotiable, not only to look good on the beach for the boys and be able to be more agile in the field and bat longer and bowl longer, but it's also strengthens them mentally to do the hard work.
You were there in 91, and you did miss the final in 99 there. Can you tell us about those experiences of you playing in those Shield final wins?
91 was my first year, and it's still the best game of cricket I ever played in. It's from a personal point of view, I realised that I could make it at that level. We played against the War Brothers and Jeff Lawson and Mike Whitney, Greg Matthews, a very, very strong New South Wales team, and we got over the line, and I still remember that's still one of my fondest memories of playing cricket. So Shield finals are exciting. It's the culmination of a long season's work, and that's why they're still, dare I say it, and a bit of a cliche, the holy grail for most of the states, because whilst the BBL is awesome, it's great fun, it's great entertainment, we all love that, I think most people have still got their eye on winning the Sheffield Shield every year.
Now, it's obviously hard to compare BBL to the Shield, but how does it compare winning a title as a coach as to being a player?
It's very different. One thing, there's nothing like being a player. I mean, I was so lucky, but I think it's where coaches like Darren Lehman and myself have a great advantage, because we're real. We understand what it takes to, having been a player for so long. We know the ups and downs of the game. We know how hard the game is. We know what it's like to be away from your family. We know what it's like to be on the road. We know what it's like when you want to retire. We know what it's like when you're a young player. We know what it's like when you get injuries. All those things. So it's very different being a player to a coach. And one thing I do know, when you're a player, if you always have the double whammy. So if you win a title or win a game and you score 100, you get the double delight. As a coach, you get the delight of seeing, working with all the players and just seeing, it means so much to the whole organisation. It means the celebrations after what you play the game for in a lot of ways. So it's still a great feeling, but it is most certainly different than when you're a player.
And just one last one here, and I'm sure you've been asked about this a couple of times, but there's a lot of talk of you succeeding Darren Lehmann in the top Australian job. Is that an ambition for you?
I know it's all about timing. I know how fickle coaching is. Well, WA lose a few games, and I'll be the worst coach in the world again. So I know how fickle it is. It's very nice. I mean, obviously it's nice for people to say that, but I know it's all about timing. Darren will probably be in the job for 5 or 6 years. He's doing such a great job. So. Who knows? Of course it's an ambition. Anything to do with the Australian cricket team. Everyone knows how passionate I am about the Australian cricket team, about Australian cricket. So one day maybe, but timing's a funny thing in life, and I'd suspect Darren will be doing it for a long time yet.
Well, mate, it's fantastic to see so much success over here, and you being behind it and driving it, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.